The Democrats absolutely hate crypto. That's right. They literally hate crypto. And they have not flipped at all. They are still anti-crypto, and they literally hate this industry. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also, don't forget to follow me on all socials down in the description below to get access to an absolute massive amount of content. And also make sure that you are in the free Discord, because everyone right now in the Discord is absolutely killing it. You need to be a part of it to crush this market. Now, let's take a quick look at what recently happened, because the US government moved well over $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to a new address. 2 days ago, literally 48 hours ago, Donald Trump said that he would create a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile and the government would keep 100% of the Bitcoin it owns if elected. Another sign of the childish games that the Dem admin is literally playing here. I don't care about blue or red. I don't care about politics to get it into content, right? Like, I don't care about talking about it in content. But one thing that I have been noticing is anything that Donald Trump wants to do or anything that he has done, immediately the Dems want to do the opposite. And even now with the crypto agenda, it seems as though the Dems are now showing signs that they're not 100% serious about this space. They don't care about this space. And it's crazy because I literally made a post yesterday regarding this. I said, if Democrats really wanted to prove that they are pro-crypto, the time to do it is now. These politicians can put on a show and say one thing, but we don't need words. We need actions. Congress, for years now, have scolded Gary Gensler without doing a single thing. What about the subpoenas for FTX that were promised? If the US wants to be a leader in the new financial paradigm that's rising, the time is now. Outside of the US, we continue to see major moves being made towards adopting regulatory frameworks like MiCA. There's absolutely no excuse why we are not seeing any progress made towards adopting a framework to help push the industry forward. Operation Choke Point 2.0 is still ongoing, and crypto continues to be halted essentially in the US. Crypto companies in the US and investors deserve better. The time for change is now, and the time for Democrats to prove themselves is now. Let's hope whoever wins this election, they actually back their words with some action, and we are actually pro-crypto. And yes, right, like, I don't care, you know, I don't care what we hear every single day, right? Like, these politicians can be extremely bullish on crypto all day long. When they get into office, okay, whoever it is, they need to back this whole agenda that they're now creating around crypto with action. Without the action, I don't care about what they're saying. Everyone is up in arms about what Trump was saying at the Bitcoin conference. Everyone's up in arms about what, you know, we're hearing from the Dem side as well. So far, there has been zero action done. And I just want to remind everyone, right, of what we recently, you know, saw, right? Like, if we're talking about the Dems flipping, which they technically said that they have, right? Why are we now seeing this $2 billion worth of Bitcoin moving and going against what we heard just on Saturday? And we even have that over here, right? On Saturday, Donald Trump pledged to never sell any of the US government's Bitcoin. 2 days later, the Biden-Harris administration moves $2 billion of Silk Road Bitcoin. Great look and great way to reset with our industry. And yeah, it's been clear that they hate this industry. They literally hate this industry. They hate crypto. They don't want anything to do with it. And I think that this is where everyone out there that holds crypto, you need to 100% be focused up and decide the future of this industry. Over here, we have Donald Trump. At the Bitcoin Conference 2024, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance, and they will get it done in 100 days. A CBDC is over. Forget it. Now, we've talked about the CBDC idea. I think that that's just ridiculous. But I love this idea of a task force around regulatory guidance with crypto. I've said it since day one. We don't need a new chairman around the SEC. We don't need the SEC guidance at all. We need an actual crypto advisory council that is filled with Web3 and Web2 prospects, because so far the SEC has done a terrible job, regardless of who the chairman is. But listen closely to this.
Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and crypto presidential advisory council. Would anybody like to be on that particular council? Please raise your hand. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. We will have regulations, but from now on, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry, people that want to make it clear and simple, straightforward and fair, people that want to see your industry thrive, not dive. Next, I will immediately order the Treasury Department and other federal agencies to cease and desist all steps necessary, because, you know, there's a thing going on in your industry. They want to move the creation of a central bank digital currency. It's over. Forget it.
So again, you know, at a crypto conference, a lot of what we are now seeing is just really kind of pandering towards the crypto voter until we see action. Again, I don't care about, you know, who people support or anything like that. We just want to see some action. Okay? So far, the Dems have failed. Maybe the Republicans are different. We don't know. All I remember is the past, okay? And I'm just going to bring up the past real quick because I still remember this. If you've been around crypto for a while, you know about this going all the way back to 2019. Trump says he's not a fan of cryptocurrencies, okay? This is where we started to see a lot of these posts from Trump himself. For everyone that thinks that it's Photoshop, here you guys actually have the post here from Donald Trump. I am not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity. Similarly, Facebook's Libra virtual currency will have little standing or dependability. If Facebook and other companies want to become a bank, they must seek a new banking charter and become subject to all banking regulations, just like other banks, both national and international. We have only one real currency in the USA, and it is stronger than ever. Both dependable and reliable, it is by far the most dominant currency anywhere in the world, and it will always stay that way. It is called the United States dollar. So, of course, you know, as we really look at this, I mean, you know, has his stance changed? 100%. Listen, you got to remember, this is 2019. We're now in 2024. People can change. The industry has grown greatly since then. Even over here, we have from Brian Armstrong, Achievement Unlocked. I dreamt about a sitting US president needing to respond to growing cryptocurrency usage years ago. First, they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. We just made it to step 3, y'all. Now, as we really look at the space and as we look at this industry, like I said, it has grown significantly since then. I don't think that Trump is an idiot. I don't think that any of these politicians are idiots. As we really look at 2024 cryptocurrency adoption, 40% of American adults now own crypto, up from 30% in 2023. This could be as many as 93 million people. 63% hope to obtain more cryptocurrency. And even crypto ownership by women also has surged from 18% to 29%. This continues to grow and grow and grow. Even Bitcoin ETFs, right? 29 million more Americans could join the market soon. 21% of non-owners said the anticipated Bitcoin ETF makes them more likely to invest in crypto. So as we look at the ETFs and as we look at the space, it's obviously growing at an alarming rate. That's why we're now starting to see the political race towards being extremely pro-crypto. But one thing is certain here, okay? This admin has not been pro-crypto. They could promise the world to us. They are not at all pro-crypto. If we go back to Trump's tweets, I don't blame him. Listen, back in September of 2021, China was declaring all cryptocurrency transactions illegal. Like, there was a big pushback government-wise around crypto. Now, I feel as though the overall view here is changing. One thing that we know for certain, though, is that Operation Choke Point 2.0, which was constructed by the Dems, by this admin, it's still ongoing. And I don't care about what Kamala Harris is talking about now with this Kamala Harris campaign seeks a reset with crypto companies. Financial Times report confirms that the vice president's team have met with Ripple, Coinbase, and Circle. Talk is cheap. If we can force our current president go step aside, then we could absolutely end SEC Chairman Gary Gensler's reign of terror against crypto companies at the SEC. Are you surprised Mrs. Harris' team is meeting with Ripple? Now listen, as we really look at this, yeah, I do believe that we can have some action here that can prove that the Dems are serious. If they can push Gary Gensler out and force the current president aside, that would be an absolute game changer. That would provide some movement, some action. But until then, talk is cheap. We have been starting to see some major pushback though. Breaking, Democrats wrote to the DNC asking to shift away from the anti-Bitcoin stance, responding to Trump speaking at the Bitcoin conference. It's now becoming a big political weapon. They don't care about crypto. They don't care about this industry. They care about the 40% of Americans who own crypto, which could very well be 93 million people. They're going to really pander to the voters. Crypto has now infiltrated the government, and it has now infiltrated politics. That's how big crypto is now becoming. It's a very good sign, obviously. It's great. We love to see it. But let's be real here. We can't trust any word of any politician until we see action. Okay? We can't see it until we see action. Trump saying that he's going to fire Gary Gensler on day one, it's a little bit of a stretch. We know that that is the case. But is he serious? Well, I think that he'll try to do everything in his power, but you got to remember right now, we can't trust any politician. We just can't. We simply can't. I know everyone's going to have a, bad stance on that and say we should trust Trump. We should, this, that. Listen, I get it. But at the end of the day, until we see some action, until we see some pro-innovation happening, until we see a regulatory framework live, talk is cheap. We need to take this industry seriously because if we don't, we are falling greatly behind. And outside of the US, like I have outlined, we are starting to see every single nation taking this industry serious. They're now starting to push major frameworks. And I think at this current moment in time, the political viewpoint on crypto is only going to heat up more and more and more until the end of this year. By November, it is going to be I think that this space is going to be pretty wild. Let's just say that. Because the political weaponization of crypto is only going to grow greatly. But I do hope that we can finally move forward. I hope that we can finally move on away from Gary Gensler and the SEC. For Congress, I still am waiting on those subpoenas because that's the big thing, right? Like Congress has been pushing and pushing and pushing. Zero action. There's zero subpoena about FTX when it comes to Gary Gensler. That's the number one thing that I'm watching for. Where's Congress at with all of this? Zero movement on their end too. We'll have to watch, wait, and see though. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.